In this episode of the Dev.Life, we have an open conversation with Shaundai Person about her non-traditional path from having a successful career in sales to becoming a senior software engineer at Netflix, a sought-out conference speaker, a meetup organizer, and a dynamic course creator as well. Shaundai talks about not only the barriers and challenges that she faced as she changed careers, but also the ups and downs that she's encountered and deals with now that she's in the field. To wrap things up, Shaundai shares thoughts and ideas on how diversity of backgrounds can add to the power behind your team, and also how developers at any stage in their career can work through feelings of wanting to give up to finding happiness and success instead. Don't just code to live, come enjoy the dev life.
Hello, Angular community. I'm Jeff Cross, the CEO of Narwhal. We're proud to partner with the podcast to highlight the people who are doing great things in the Angular community. Narwhal has been a leader in the Angular community since Victor Safkin and I left the Angular team at Google to start the company back in 2016. Now we're joined by other leaders in the Angular community, including open source maintainers and Angular GDEs. We're also the proud creators and maintainers of the popular build framework NX. We work alongside Angular development teams to help them solve big organizational and architectural challenges, and to help their engineers develop a deeper understanding of Angular and NX in the process. If Narwhal can help your team move faster and level up, reach out at nrwl.io.
Hi, Alyssa Nykel here, Angular GDE, MC at ngconf, and DevRel at Progress. Do you or your team need help leveling up their UI? Never fear, Kendo UI has you covered. Built from the ground up in not only Angular, but React, Vue, and jQuery. Each set has dozens of components. Angular and React have over 100. These include things like data grid, charts, spreadsheets, schedulers, and many more. Kendo UI empowers your team to quickly build visually appealing, high-performant, and responsive web apps, no matter your flavor of JavaScript. A consistent look and feel across your apps is mere clicks away, so check out kendoui.com today.
Welcome, everyone, to the Angular Experience. I'm Erik, and with me is my co-producer, Brooke.
Hey, everybody.
And our special guest, Shaundai Person from Netflix.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So we have Shaundai on the show with us to share her really cool story about how she got into programming from a non-traditional background. And even if you're already working as a developer or in the field, or if you take a more traditional route to your career, such as, a computer science degree, I don't know, Shaundai's journey and experience are inspirational for you at any point in your career. We're really excited to hear her share. But before we get into that, we want to play a little game with you to get to know you better. We play these games to help people see you in a different light than they usually see you at technical conferences and through your articles. So this is just a little game where we get to know you better. And this one's called Cool Beans. So what we do is we shoot out a round of rapid fire topics, and Shaundai has to respond as quickly as she can with the first thing that comes to mind as the coolest thing for that topic. Cool beans, right? After we've given all the topics, we will circle back on some of them and learn more about your responses to dig in and let you show more about yourself. All right? So don't try to explain why you think that thing's cool until after.
Everybody wants to stop and explain themselves, but we'll come back.
Cool. All right. Well, Brooke, you want to lead us out?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is only appropriate because you work at Netflix. So what is the coolest TV show or movie right now on Netflix?
You.
I don't think I've even heard of that one.
You have it? Oh.
I just answer it. I don't explain it. So
yeah, okay. No explaining, Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
Cool Spice Girl.
Scary Spice.
Coolest condiment.
Smoked paprika.
Comic strip.
Oh.
It could be movies too. It doesn't have to be the physically written down one.
Oh, okay. Then the Iron Man series is my
Nice. Okay, Iron Man. And then how about Shakespeare play?
Romeo and Juliet, classic.
Classic. All right, flavor of gum, a little less deep this time.
Either wintergreen or cinnamon, if you're nasty.
All right.
Cinnamoner.
Cinnamoner. How about coolest time of day?
Evening.
About being a meetup organizer.
Watching people grow from their first speech or their first talk to their first job to their 50th conference.
Nice. Yeah. All right. And then how about the coolest programming related tutorial or course?
I'll plug my future course. It hasn't come out. ts4js.com. The coolest that's out right now would be Epic React by Kent C. Dodds.
All right.
I'm sure Kent will appreciate that.
Yeah.
Place to hang out.
Home. Home is my favorite place to hang out.
Nice.
In bed.
Okay. All right. You survived the cool beans game. But now we've got to dig into these because I need to know, what is you? I have not even heard of this.
Yeah. And so I did. It's funny enough, I saw I don't know if it was a joke or what, but it was a news video where somebody was talking about the show You, and the person that they were talking to was like thinking they were saying you, like me, and they were just going back and forth, and she was like, no, you, and he was like, yeah, me, no, I don't think, like, and anyway, it's a show called You, and I think we're on season 4 now. It's based on a book. It's about a serial killer who, he's a very charming guy, and you're in his perspective. You're in his head, and you're hearing him doing the narrative as he's like thinking and talking through things. But he will each season have a love interest. He pursues this love interest, has all the best intentions going in because he's looking for the woman of his dreams, but ends up, because he has these serial killer tendencies, ends up like getting into the type of things that you would expect, or the way that you would expect a serial killer to react when encountered with challenges, is just to like do things. Yeah, you go through and there's love stories. It's mixed with like thriller, I guess, and a little bit of humor, but also kind of like, in a weird way, it like makes you relate to this guy, like the serial killing aside. So it's a pretty interesting show. Highly recommend.
It's crazy.
Very cerebral. It's very deep sometimes and surprising, and the twists like never end. They never end.
So you've seen it, Erik?
I've seen the first 3 seasons, and then my wife watched the 4th season without me.
Oh no.
I was heartbroken, so I haven't watched the 4th yet.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's such a good show too. And every season it's like, you're like, how could they get this? Like, how could they do another season of this? Because they'll end it and you'll be like, there's nowhere to go from here. Every season is really, really, really good. So
it's better. Okay.
Your homework.
I do. Yeah. I will. I'll check that out.
But it's not too scary either. So if you're worried about like horror elements being scary, it's not that scary. It's more just mind bending.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can.
It's not gory either. It's very well done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. A good recommendation. Now I'm going to go to my favorite movie of all time, Iron Man. I appreciate that we have another Iron Man fan here. Tell me, why does Iron Man series speak to you, Shaundai?
His character. It's just that he's such a brat. He's so sarcastic. I love that type of sense of humor, the dry sense of humor where it's like he doesn't laugh, but what he says is really funny. He's just very witty, clever. I just love his character. And I don't think that anybody except for Robert Downey Jr. could could do it in the way that he does it, but it's all that. And, you know, you could take the superhero part out of it. Like, I'm not really that enamored with his powers. In fact, I was just having this conversation earlier this week about which superhero you would be. It's not Iron Man. He's not even on my list. He's just, he's kind of underwhelming if you just take like the superhero aspect of it, but more of the personality.
Just the humor. Yeah. The humor. And I like it though, because like he does unexpected things too, right? Like you expect him to kind of be the jerk and to say things wrong, but then at the end of it all, he's got that heart, and you know that he's really looking out for people. So yeah.
Right.
I like
he
that.
really cares about Pepper. It's like,
true.
You know, as much of a jerk as he can be, you know, you're rooting for Pepper. And Gwyneth Paltrow is such a good, like, she's such a good Pepper. And she, like, you're rooting for her. And then as the series goes on, you're like, oh, finally, like, you know, yay. Like,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Totally. Okay, so then here we are. We're talking about like the humor and I don't know, just like the wit with Iron Man. So then Romeo and Juliet comes in.
Oh yeah.
So is this like the hopeless romantic in you, or
these are really good questions? So yes, that is kind of it. No, you know, more of what I like about Romeo and Juliet is that they are opposites. And I guess this kind of ties into the whole Iron Man and Pepper Potts, but it's like two people you wouldn't expect to get together, the Montague and Capulet. And, you know, she comes from this rich family. He's like poor boy, and they're not supposed to be together, but like against all odds, it's all about like the love and just an unexpected attraction. I think there's something so beautiful in that. And I think when I think about my friendships and the strongest relationships that I've had, it's always with people who I didn't expect to have such a tight relationship with. And I'll even say, like, for my son, I have a 4-year-old. I, for my entire life, had said, or as long as I could understand it. I remember I was like 8 years old and I went to my mom and I was like, I never want kids. Doesn't make any sense to me. You're paying too much money. Like, kids are like crazy, unruly. And I'm the oldest of 4. So I'm like, I just don't want to have to deal with any other kids. And I was very self-aware at that age. And now I talk about my son and everything. As a parent, there's no way to describe the intensity of the love that you have for your kid. And I'm like, this is a nice little surprise. Is that, like, you know, I have this person who I am the most in love with in this world, who for, you know, over 20 years, I was saying that I could never adore, or like I could never adore a kid, not specifically my kid, but I love the surprise, romance and love and relationship aspect of things. So
this has really helped us like get to know you and your personality, and it's been really enjoyable to play this game with you. So thank you for sharing and being so open about what you like and what you think the coolest things are, I should say.
Thanks for the great questions. This is fun.
Well, hopefully you're getting some more relaxation in, and we can get in and ask you some about your story. So let's go ahead and move into the main interviews portion.
NativeScript is the best framework to address all your mobile dev needs. If you got a computer and basic web skills, you can make a native mobile app with ease. If you got an idea, you can make it come true. There are plugins galore, a big community too. If you love JavaScript, Angular and Vue, NativeScript has got a flavor for you. Visit nativescript.org today.